Welcome to the island, episode 10, where it's time to build our homestead, our new base and first major presence on the island. But first, we will need to place down thatch foundations as a guide. And let's just move over to the large storage boxes, where previously made almost everything we're going to need for this project. I'll be missing a few pieces here and there, but most things should be built. Let's start by transferring a few of these pillars, and then the rest of what we can carry up to the half of the walls. And then we'll grab the other half of the pieces for what will be the superstructure for our homestead. Just grab a couple of railings off to finish, and the wooden stairs. And then we'll rearrange what's left in the large storage box, since we won't need to take these pieces yet. And then we'll transfer these quickly over to Talsa as well. And then we can set off. Talsa's quite slow. She's overburdened with all these pieces. Let's use the awesome SpyGlass and have a quick look around. Make sure nothing's... Ooh, 150 Bronto. And a Stego. Make sure there's nothing around that will try to eat us while we're building this thing. That would be a little inconvenient. Let's grab the... Well, let's now grab the thatch foundations, since apparently the first time didn't work. And we'll get ready to place them down. We'll use the sky camera, or whatever it's called, to give us a better vantage point while we're building this first little bit. We need to make sure that the angle is right, and then once the angle is right, we can get the position right. This area slopes down towards the front, and so we need to get it just in the right spot. This first piece, so when we build forwards, we don't build too far, and then be unable to complete our front side edge. That's one piece, 2, and 3. Now we have to go across 7. And then let's just move around here. We can do 3 back this way, and then a line going across back to the beginning. There we go. We don't need the thatch foundations anymore, so we can just recycle those. And then go back to Tulsa and grab the stone foundations and the stone triangle foundations as well. Hopefully I won't mess this bit up. Okay, just the center bit to do, and we are finished. That is the foundations for our homestead barn. Now let's go and grab those pillars, triangle ceilings, and regular ceilings. And then we'll have to make a couple of thatch walls, and we're going to need a ladder later, so we might as well make that as well. Okay, let's also take the window frames. We'll hold off on taking any of the walls with us yet. Stone walls. Now let's put the 2 thatch walls there. And then we can place the first stone ceiling going out, and then a triangle ceiling going out from that. Then we'll put a pillar through the triangle ceiling, halfway above and below, and then another pillar below that. So that when we... I heard something. So that when we pick up the top piece, the bottom provides support and doesn't actually show through the floor, or what will be the floor. Let's finish off the circle with triangle foundations there, and then we'll make the outside edge of what will be our tower. We'll need another support on this side, so another pillar. Don't think we have enough space to put a pillar underneath, so we're going to have a large pillar sticking through the floor. Thankfully it's in an area where it's not going to matter, it's going to be tucked out of the way, so we can ignore that for now. let's recycle the thatch walls. And then we'll put all the resources back on Talsa. And the ladder, let's rearrange that. Let's grab some of the walls. We'll have to put a few back, we're overburdened. And then we'll put those on this bar. Let's put down the stone triangle foundations on the back side of the barn here. And we'll add in another support on that side for the tower. Looks like nothing showed through, so that's good. Now we can put the pillars back. We won't need those for a little while. Well, we'll need the stone stairs though. Let's put the first two down. There's that one. And then that one. And we'll start adding in the wall here. And then what will be the interior wall. Let's make sure this one wall goes the right way. There we go. And then we'll add the first layer of wall for that side of the barn. And the corner here. Now we can start going up to the main tower area. We'll add in the window as well. There we go. And the second one there. Now we can put down the triangle ceiling there and have the stairs go up to it. I need more walls. Let's go back to Tulsa and grab the next batch of stone walls. How many can we carry? And let's continue. Put all those down so we can put the next triangle ceiling up. And then the next set of stairs to get to the next floor. And we'll pick this one back up because we're going to have a window there. That was a little higher than I wanted. Let's pick that triangle ceiling up a second. Re-put the window in at the right height for what we want. And then we can put that back. And then let's make the central circle area of this floor. We didn't bring any doorways with us, did we? We'll have to build around it for a moment. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's just do one there. I think we don't want to build there yet. Okay, we need to get these stone doorways in. Let's just grab those from Tulsa. Where are they? There they are. And do we need to take the door? No, let's put the doors back for now. We'll grab some more of the walls though. We need more of those. We'll rearrange the door there. Let's take a few more of the ceilings. As much as we can carry anyway. Now let's put in the door here. And that. And then we can build up to the... Did I put... Oops, I put the door in the wrong place. Well done, me. Let's just temporarily put a ceiling down there so we can pick that up. And then we can pick that up. And we'll have to add in the window frames. Let's just destroy that one. And there we go, that's that layer of walls done. Now we can quickly add in the next layer, since they'll all be regular walls. And then we can go up one more. I ran out of walls, of course. So let's quickly add in some ceilings here on this level, finish off this floor. And then we'll go around with the triangle ceilings and finish this floor off. That last triangle ceiling is going to be too close to the stairs, I think. Get stuck every time we try and move there. So let's remove that triangle ceiling. Okay, what do we need? Let's take more of the walls and the ceilings. Triangle ceilings as well. And let's remove those resources. And we'll move some of the ceilings back. What else do we need? Let's take the hatch frames now as well. Probably need those soon. Let's start with the interior doorway to our what will be bedroom area. And then we can finish off this internal wall here. And then let's go to the next floor. And let's finish it off the outside wall here. And we're going to need a regular ceiling. And then one out from there will be a hatch frame. Then we can start laying down that floor. Just make sure I'm aligned up properly with the doorway. Now we need regular ceilings. Let's finish this ceiling off. Again, let's align myself with the right direction. Okay, let's just change that. There we go. And then this one. Now we just need 2 regular ceilings to finish off the floor. What will be our loft space. We can put the hatch frames back for a moment. In fact, let's just put everything back. And then we'll take the... Well, I guess we will need the hatch frames, so let's grab those. And the hatches. And the wooden ladder. And we're going to need, I guess, the utility pieces now. So let's go back up to base camp. And in the other large storage box, I put the utility pieces that will make up the functionality of our homestead, including stone pipings, water tanks, beds, craft tables, feeding troughs, beds, the good stuff. Okay, I think that's everything we need for now. Let's just go up to the second floor here. And we'll put in the ladder. Want to make sure it's the right direction. There we go. And then we'll need a hatch on there. Make sure it gets placed in the right direction. Want it to open to the side, otherwise it can sometimes get in the way. Now, let's put down 2 inner side walls on each side. And then we'll put in the hatch frames above those. Are they aligned right? They are. Now we can add in... You know what we need? We need some wooden stairs and some regular ceilings. Let's have a look here. Let's use the stone stairs, the regular ceilings, and windows. Do we need walls right now? Let's take the doors as well, and the wooden stairs. That should be what we need to finish this level off. We're going to need a ceiling first, so let's put in a ceiling there. And then we can add in the wooden stairs here, so we can get to the top area. Let's place down the triangle ceilings as well. And we'll finish off this little area. Now we need to place down the pipes in the right place, so that the tanks will be right under the hatch frames, which is a little bit of a delicate process. It seems you either do it on the first try, or it takes several tries to get it right. Sadly, you won't really know till it rains. Not 100% anyway, though they do look right. So let's get the other side done. Let's see. Thereabouts. I think we'll do it. Let's put down the last two water tanks. I think they're in the right place, but I'm not quite sure, so the one might be slightly out of alignment. So let's pick everything up on this side and redo this, just in case. You do really need it to be in the right position. A little bit further forward, perhaps. There we go. I think that's better. Let's have another check. Okay, that's good. What about you? You seem pretty good too. I think that should do it. So let's get the hatches in. And that's 1 and 2. We'll then open those. We want them to open downwards as well. Then the last two. That's that one and that one. We'll put your hatch frames there and open those. We forgot the last doorway. I'm not even sure we have one. We might have to build it. Although we can put in the window frames for the barn here. Okay, now we can work a little more on the barn for our homestead. Let's start with this outer corner here. We'll go up to the what will be the doorway to the roof from the tower. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's just retry that one again. And we'll need the inner wall. And we'll have to put a ceiling in this corner here. And then one in the other corner, but first I want to put down more of the walls. And apparently we're going to have to take a drink because I'm thirsty. Let's put those resources back and grab the double doors and the double door frames. I forgot to pick up the stone stairs as well. Let's put those down. We need one right there, here, and the last one is there. Let's grab this double door. We'll place it down. Oops, I'm also going to need... I didn't mean to jump on it. Also going to need these sloped walls. Hopefully I get the right direction. Yep, nice. There we go. Now let's put in some more regular walls. This side. And then the other side. So it forms the right shape for the roof that we're going to have. And then sloping downwards on the other side from the tower door. Those walls are the wrong way around. We need them to face the other direction. So, there we go. We need them to face outward rather than inward. Let's put on another ceiling so we can have that wall go in the right direction as well. And up to the height of the doorway from the tower. Now let's get the ceiling on there and here, so we can get the outside facing inner walls as well on this side. Now we'll remove that ceiling temporarily. And finish off this area. Okay, we're gonna have to go and pick up Philip. Where are you, Philip? Come here, dude. We'll get you transferred to your new home. Of course, I'm overburdened, so we'll have to transfer some of this stuff. Let's just start with all these tools and meat. And you know what, we'll give him the seeds back. He'll be our seed holder. Take a couple of those eggs as well. We'll have to leave the dodo eggs since they're really heavy and we'll probably overburden ourselves. In fact, we already have, so let's put these pieces on Philip temporarily. Let's see if that's enough for us. Let's move. It is. Let's transfer all this stuff to Talsa. She'll be able to hold those, no problem. And then we'll take these pieces back since we're using them. Now, can we ride on you and have you move? Oh yeah, we can. That's great. Let's get you lined up with the window, buddy, so you can look out. Okay, that should do pretty nice. Let's just turn you a little more. And that should be good. Okay, let's take the saddle off you and put it on the inventory. What do we need now? I guess we can give him all this stuff back and let him hold it temporarily until the rest of the proper storage is in. And then we'll transfer it all over once everything's complete. But for now, you can have all that stuff back, as I said, temporarily. Let's take those pieces back so we can continue construction. And I guess I can also take the pieces for the bedroom and kitchen. I think we can leave everything else on Talsa. For now, let's get these double doors in, since they will act as supports for our sloping walls at this point. That's the wrong way. Now we're gonna have to go back up and pick those pieces up. Let's just grab you, and not the wall, the doorway. There we go. Let's put the double door down from the other direction, see if that helps us. And it does, nice. Now we can put in the double door from the other direction on the other side. And hopefully that'll work as well. It does. That's beautiful. And then the last set of double doors can go for the back area. And now we can put those doors on. And they do open in the right direction for what we want, inward. So we can put the walls on top of that. That's excellent. And then the last set of double doors can be put here. That's great. Now, we need sloped roofs and some of the railings. Let's put the sloped ceiling in first. Okay, it's not letting us get the direction we want. So let's put in the regular ceilings first, and then we'll build from the other side. Let's see if that'll work. Sloped ceiling. Okay, we should just have enough. Oops, that's the wrong way. Didn't want that. Let's pick that railing back up. And we'll put it where we actually wanted it. And we'll put one more on the other side here. Great. Let's see if we can put the ceiling on over there. There we go. Let's grab the wooden stairs here. We're going to need those to move the ankies into position. Now let's go in and install the bedroom. Just make sure that bed's in right alignment. Okay, now the other bed. Let's put that down right here. We'll have to remove that wall so we can put in the personal storage. Once we can line that up properly as well. And where do I want this? I think that should work good. And then the next one just after it. There we go. Let's put the wall back in. And we can access those two storage boxes just fine. Now let's put in one of the bookshelves. We'll put it right next to this first bed. Right there. And then onto the kitchen, we'll start with the storage box for this, right next to the wall. Place that down there, and then another bookshelf right next to it. If we can get it lined up properly. There we go. Now let's put in the two reserving bins. We want to put them slightly at an angle though, so they follow the wall. And then the second one right next door. Now we just need to put in, yeah, let's put in the piping into the kitchen, shall we? We want to put this right next to the door here. Like right there. And then the next one going straight up. And then the last one going into the loft space. We'll pick up this lower pipe so we can attach a tap here. There we go. That looks pretty nice. It's out of the way. Let's go up into the loft here. And remove these wooden stairs. And then we're going to use flexi pipe to attach everything together. Let's start here. And then the one in the middle. As far across as we can. How far can we put it? Okay, about there. And then the last one will attach the other side. And then everything's now connected, so Let's put in the cooking fire. Not sure how... We want it as close to the wall as we possibly can get it. Is it better to turn it around and do it from the other way? No, it's not. So let's go back. And we'll just, as I said, try to get it as close to the wall as we can. We don't want it sticking out too much. So let's see, how close can we get you? I think it's gonna have to go. Okay. Let's see. That's not ideal. Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna get. So let's just put that down. It's kind of tucked into that one triangle piece. Let's try putting the campfire there. Apparently I can't quite get it as close as I'd like. So, try that again. There's that fire right about... there. No, it's too close still. I'm gonna have to move it further away. So let's put the first one next to the cooking pot. About there. And then the next one as close as we can to that. That's nice. Let's go back to Tulsa. And grab the rest of the utility pieces. And then we can start installing the doors. We'll begin with the workshop door. Then the entry door. And then the bedroom door. We're going to need one more set of door pieces, so let's go back to Tulsa and make another door frame and door. Oh, I'm overburdened. Let's go back and drop something off. Yeah, let's just drop the resources off. And I guess also the one vertical pipe, because we don't need it now. Everything should be good there. Let's get the workshop installed. We'll start with the fabricator. Just going to make sure that it's aligned properly. It's pretty big, and we want it tucked away as much as possible, so it doesn't get in the way. There you go, that's pretty good. Now, let's place the mortar and pestles. There's going to be 3, and I'd like them just under this window here, to the side of the door. 1, 2, and 3. I don't like the way that looks. Let's pick up the last one and replace that. I'd like it to have its leather showing, if at all possible. How's that? Okay, that's good. Now let's get the smithy down. It's a little off-center for what I want, so let's retry that again. Okay, nice. Now it's time to get the forges in. I want them tucked to just this side of the blacksmith here. And I can't turn it as much as I'd like, but that's okay. It's facing the right direction anyway. And the last one, I get it to turn a little bit more to one side. No, apparently not. So let's just put it here. And then we need to place down the upgrade station. We're going to need to tuck this a little bit to one side, off center. And now we can do the blueprint add-on. And then last, we can place down the augment center just to the side here. That should be everything done. Nice. Let's install the railing just outside this door area. And what do we need now? Let's grab... Let's rearrange these resources a little bit here. And then we'll put the crop plots back for now. And let's go up to base camp. We're going to need the thatched slope ceilings. And we can... let's put the pipe back and the pillars back. We'll grab those off Tulsa and put them back in the large storage box. We'll grab the resources off Tulsa as well, because I don't think we're going to need them, so let's put those away as well. And we'll just rearrange the inventory as we go. Now we need to grab the ankylos and move those into the barn as well, so we can finish it. We have to put them in before we finish making the barn, or they get stuck on some of the ceiling. So it's better just to do it before you put the roof on, otherwise you just have to take it back off again. Let's start. Oop, I'm overburdened because I'm carrying a bunch of stuff that I should probably put on Tulsa. Let's just transfer everything over for now. And then we'll get it back after we've moved all the ankylos into position. We'll start with the 3 females. From lowest level to highest level. Let's take the saddle off that one so we can transfer it to the next in line. And we'll move her into position as well. And again, remove the saddle. So we can put it on the next one. And then the male will move into position last. As tucked out of the way as we can. Okay, let's fly back up to base camp. And grab some of the stone here. And wood. And thatch. we're gonna have to make a few more stone ceilings and walls. We don't have quite enough, so let's take some more stone and finish off the extra walls. Okay, let's get back down to the build site and finish the barn off. Let's grab the sloped walls and stairs. And we'll just land here. And then we'll grab the sloped ceiling. Let's put those resources back. We need to put in the last sloped ceiling on that side of the barn. We also need to add in the last of the sloped walls. We can now demolish the wooden stairs and put more of the resources back on Talsut for a sec. Grab the rest of the ceilings and some of the sloped thatch ceilings. Let's get up to the second floor of the tower. And then we can start adding in the barn roof. Start with this side, going down. And then we need to add the sloped walls on this side. Okay, it should be there. And then the other direction. There. Now we can add in a sloped ceiling on this side. Going all the way down. We'll have to add in that sloped wall first though. We can finish this side off. And then the lower part of the roof here. Now we need to add in the ceiling for this, as we'll need support for the lower roof on this side. Just need to jump back up there, and then we can finish off the ceiling. That will act as a support for our sloped roof. And the wall that's going to need to be put on this side. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we should be able to grab the rest of the sloped thatch ceiling. And assuming I can just jump into the right place. Oops. Yeah, I fell off the roof anyway. Oh well, let's run around and up the tower. You know what? We can add in the door frame and door in the loft. And let's see, everything's placed there properly, I think. So we can put in the last, well, once we open the door, we can put in the last stone stairway as well. There we go. Now we can get to the upper part of the roof. Let's go back down to the workshop area. And we'll open that door. And now we can finish off the barn roof. So, if we can get it to do what we want it to. Let's try going this direction instead. Okay, there we go. Let's do the lower section first. All the way across. And then we can do the upper section. Last two pieces, and the last. Okay, now we have to add in the final railings to the front of the barn here. So let's go up to base camp and grab those. We'll need 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just untiles up to the side of the barn here. And then we can just add in the railings. There's the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, everything should be done there. Let's now go back up to base camp. And land tiles up right here, next to the large storage box. We'll pet Lissy, our little Listro, because we can. And we have to think about making the perimeter now. So let's grab the behemoth gate and gateway. The stone fence supports. The stone pillars, stone railings, and wooden railings. And we'll transfer them all to tiles up. Okay, let's lie down. Oh, you know what? We're gonna need a lot of scaffolding while making the perimeter, so let's make a bunch of thatch ceilings, wooden pillars, and also wooden stairs as well. Since we're gonna have to make it high enough to keep out larger dinos. So we're going to be required to get a minimum height, which will almost certainly be too high for us to reach comfortably, even on a bird, because we might need to pick up things if we place them down wrong, and we can't do that obviously on a bird, so scaffolding's just easier and quicker in the long run, so we'll just make the scaffolding. We're going to have to make a lot though. I don't quite know how many pieces we're going to need, but I assume it's going to be quite a few. So we'll start by making 37 thatch ceilings. It's probably going to be more than enough, but I'd rather have a few too many than not enough. Oh, it started raining finally. We'll be able to check if our water tanks are in the right position to be filled when it rains. Okay, I think we've got enough thatch ceilings now, so let's cancel that. And then reorder the wooden pillars. We'll need to transfer more wood over in a moment. It's a lot of weight, so let's transfer the ceilings, the thatch ceilings over to the storage box for now, so we can finish making what we need to make. And we'll make a few more stairs here. That's 7. Hopefully that'll be enough. We'll have to see though. Let's transfer the rest of the stuff to me. We'll put it on Tulsa while we check to see if the rain is filling our water tanks. Let's have a look here. First one says, yep, it's full. That's great. Second one's also full. Let's check the other side. And that one's full. And the last one is also full too. So, yep, we put them all in the right position and they're filling as it rains. So, we'll have a small water supply whenever we need it. Now, let's get this perimeter started. We'll need the fence support first, so let's grab those. And we'll put them on as bar. Transfer the spare walls back over to Tulsa. What else do we need? Stone pillars, we'll take some of those. And let's get this perimeter started. We'll just have to make sure we line it up properly to begin with. So, once I want to make sure we're in the right direction so that it goes where we want it to. And we're going to have to jump backwards a moment. There we go. Now, we have the alignment, so we just need to put it in the right position. I think here will do. And then we just need to cycle through all the different potential points until we get the right direction we want. For it to be in a straight line. And there's the third one. And fourth. And then the fifth. Let me put that one down as well. Okay, Do we need this last one yet? Perhaps we should pick it back up. And check to see if we even need that one. We probably do, so I'll add it in later if we do need it, but I want to make sure there's plenty of room to put in the behemoth gate. Make sure that lines up where we want it. Let's put the second row of these fence supports in. There we go. And then the third row. Great. Now we'll add in the stone pillars between them. Okay, we ran out of pillars, stone pillars. We're gonna have to grab the rest of them. Let's grab the last 13 and add it to either side. There's the first side. And there's the last two on the other side. Let's grab the stone railings and some of the wooden railings. We'll use stone railings for the first row. And then wooden railings for the second and third rows. Sometimes there's a second snap point and it kind of leaves a space between the two railings, which I don't want. So let's pick that up and replace it. And again, it happened with the next one. So let's pick that up and replace it. And then we want to miss a row. And then the next row above that, we want to have another row of stone railings. And we're going to need to add in more fence support. And more stone pillars. And then we can add in let's see here. Let's grab some of the wooden pillars and some of the thatched ceilings. And some of the wooden stairs as well. We're gonna have to make the first of a scaffolding, I think. Surely we need to be one height up. Then we'll just move it across here. Do we need that last one? Let's just get rid of that for a moment. There we go. Let's just pick that thatched ceiling up. Now we're going to put in the wooden railings. There's the first row. If I can grab these last two. Time to put in the last row, and then we can add the behemoth gate another side. We might have to add another section of fencing prior to the gate, but we won't know that until once we've test placed it, which will also determine the height we will need as well. Once that's done, we'll then be able to finish the perimeter with some spiked metal walls before adding a garden and moving all our tames and resources over. Be back after. Eventually we had to use several levels of scaffolding. The first being the one we created earlier. And then following that, we created a second level to allow us to get to the middle layer of fencing, which was placed down reasonably quickly and didn't have any real problem, apart from having to create this weird jutty out area to allow us to complete the stairway up to the second level. Not sure why, but that's the way it worked out. And then finally we put down this last level of scaffolding, which allowed us to reach the topmost layer of fencing. Although we did have one issue with this final piece that kept being placed with a gap. So it took a couple of tries to get it to finally place down without the gap. And then over the other side, we put down a second feeding trough, though it's empty right now. I'm sure we'll need it in the future. We were required to put down a small scaffolding on this side, which allowed us to place all the railing pieces except for this one, which absolutely refused to be put down without a gap until we eventually tried to place it down from the other side. And for that, we needed a small scaffolding structure, which we put down, and then we were finally able to place this railing down without issue. And to finish this side, we put down our metal spiked walls. And then over the other side, we were required to put down some scaffolding to allow us to place a few of the spiked wall pieces, as they are on top of a small cliff. This last piece was a little weird, and we had to place it at an angle to get it to basically allow us to place it all, but there you go. But once that was down, the perimeter was complete. Following completion of the perimeter, we brought down all the tames and put them in the rightful spots, put them in the rightful positions, after which we created a little fenced in area for any livestock we might decide to tame. We also created a little area for Terry, so she could have a little space of her own on top of this rock. Perhaps we will eventually tame another Pteranodon or two to keep her company. A couple of flying scouts would be useful. Ooh, an egg. Hello, egg. A nice Microraptor egg, always a good thing. We'll pick that up. And one regular dodo egg. And that's Big Daddy. He watches over everything. Make sure everything's kept safe, of course. No more Microraptor eggs. We do need to get a few more Microraptors. And then after that, I added in a nice veggie garden. Then rock carrots and 2 plots of long grass. And then 2 plots of potatoes, even though they're called saber roots. And of course, finally the citronal. And I added in some railings to the stairs up to the tower area. That's all the things we added in that I can think of. We did land all the Argentavis on top of the roof. Ooh, another egg. Let's collect the Argentavis egg here. And then that's pretty much it. See you on the next one. Thank you all for watching. My name is Anzal, and you can catch my live streams on Twitch playing a variety of past and present games, art streams, and more.